To start with, we're going to talk with Sister Selena Casares. Sister Casares is a regular pioneer in the Woodward Park Fresno congregation. Sister Casares, what challenges confront you in the ministry?
Brother McKee, all my life I've struggled with shyness and just that fear of man. To this day, I'm still working on it for the ministry. But I can remember as a kid, my parents would always make sure that we were prepared with a presentation the night before service so we could talk at the door. Well, the next morning at the service meeting, I was always the first to volunteer to work with other sisters because I knew that they wouldn't make me talk at the door like my mom would. Eventually, she caught on and she became my permanent service partner. But even now as an adult, my shyness gets the best of me and I will freeze up at the door.
Well, how have you endeavored to confront this challenge?
Well, first of all, with lots of prayer, and then really putting to use the tools that Jehovah's provided for us. I know for myself, the ministry school book has helped tremendously just to better prepare me and get me comfortable with answering questions from the Bible, and then also how to ask questions of my householder. I also love the sample presentations from the Kingdom Ministry. They make it so much easier. But I also meditate on how this work is not about me. It's about Jehovah and all those out there in the world who really want to know the truth. And then, of course, more prayer.
Well, how has Jehovah answered your prayers?
Well, never did I think I'd be able to pioneer. But Jehovah's given me the courage and the confidence to be able to overcome my shyness and have a full share in the ministry. He's also given me the greatest support from my family and the congregation, who are all just non-stop encouraging. But he's also blessed me with Bible studies, which is such a privilege to be able to teach others about Jehovah.
Well, that's excellent. Thank you so much, Sister Casares, for those fine expressions. Next, we're going to talk with Brother LYLE Macadangdang. Brother Macadangdang also is serving now as a regular pioneer in the Madera Lakes congregation. Brother Macadangdang, what are some of the challenges that you face to your ministry?
Well, I have two wonderful boys, Evan, who's 10, and Connor, who's about 5. Almost 6. When he was 2.5, he was diagnosed with being on the autistic spectrum, so there's been some major delays in his social behavior and in his communication, and that can present some challenges in the ministry.
I see. Well, specifically, what are some of the difficulties that you're confronted with?
I'd say initially in his diagnosis, the biggest challenge was just trying to keep up with him. I'd be at a door, and he'd just run straight into the street or to another house. It was a great cardiovascular workout, but not necessarily what we were trying to accomplish. But where Connor's made great strides with that, I'd say the biggest challenge now is when he wakes up, you're not quite sure what emotional or mental mood he's going to be in. There are times when he wakes up for service and he doesn't want to see anyone, he doesn't want to talk to anyone or be around anyone. In fact, when I'm dressing him, he may several times say, "No Jehovah, Dad, no Jehovah," the translation being he doesn't want to be on service.
I see. How have you been able to cope?
A lot of prayer. I pray for him, I pray with him, and then I have to pray for myself. I pray for patience constantly and wisdom. If Connor needs a break, I give him a break. Sometimes we're out in a territory where we're near a park, let him get out for a little bit and run around and go right back out into the ministry. And then on top of that, I try to never pigeonhole Connor. In other words, set goals for him, set the standard high, and do the best that I can to help him to meet them. And I'm happy to say, Brother McKee, on a good day, he can actually last about 3 hours out in service and can go on Bible studies with Evan and I.
Well, that's excellent. Have the brothers and sisters in the congregation, have they also been a help to you?
They've been fantastic. There are times Connor has what I refer to as 911 snack attacks, which in his case, it's either Yum Yum Donuts or McDonald's. And the friends are always accommodating. But the thing that I appreciate the most is that whether Connor is having a good day or he's having a rough day, the friends have learned to interact and communicate with him. And it warms my heart as a father because I know they love him just the way that he is. It's those helps, I would say, that helps me not just to deal or cope, but to actually meet those challenges.
Well, that's excellent. Thank you so much, Brother Matt. Next, Next, we're going to talk with Sister Monica Flores. She's a very zealous publisher in the Sky Park Fresno congregation. Sister Flores, tell us what challenges confront you as you're endeavoring to have such a zealous share in the ministry?
Yes, Brother McKee. I have my son who became disabled, and I take care of him. And this has limited my time in the service.
I see. How have you endeavored to meet that challenge?
Well, I spoke with my husband and asked him, could you please take an early retirement from work so that you can help me to take care of our son? And also, I prayed to Jehovah. I said, Jehovah, please let me have a meaningful share in your ministry. Please bring Bible studies to my home. And he did.
I see. Well, tell us, how has Jehovah answered your prayers?
Brother McKee, Jehovah brought me 7 Bible studies. To my home they came. And I am very blessed for that, and I thank him very much.
Well, that's excellent. I understand that you had one Bible student that initially you found while you were shopping at the Walmart. You were shopping and overheard a little boy asking his mother to please buy him a Bible. Well, what did you do next?
Well, I heard the little boy say, Mama, Mama, buy me this Bible. And I said, where's that little boy? I approached him, and I approached his mother. I said, I can bring you a Bible. Is that okay? I asked his mother. She said, yes, fine. I didn't even know that she was my neighbor down the street. So I went home and put my things away and went right over, studied with her 3 children and her.
Well, how has this student progressed so far?
Well, Esperanza Reyes and her husband Lou Reyes and little Christian, and they got 2 other little children. They are doing wonderful. They witness to others. Long-distance relatives, workmates, they come to the meetings. She answers at the meeting, Esperanza, very zealously, and heartfelt answers that she gives. And they are making drastic changes, and they love to study, and they ask me so many questions. I take this Sister Diane with me, and she's a lot of help to me.
That's wonderful. Quite a blessing. I understand this family is going to be joining us for the special Assembly Day this weekend.
Yes, I can truly, truly say that they are here today.
Well, that's outstanding. Well, thank you so much. Did you note some common things in the expressions of our brothers and sisters?